G'day, it's Phil here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking through 50-cent pieces again, looking for commemorative coins, rare coins, and coins worth more than face value. Again, I have my 50-cent collection books here, already partly filled with the commemorative coins that we've found so far, and we still have a few gaps left in the books. I'll take out the placeholder there, and most of the gaps relate to the Centenary of Federation. We're missing the ACT, Norfolk Island, Queensland, South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia, and on the second book we are missing the IATSIS coin from 2019. Oh, sorry, the IATSIS International Year of Languages from 2019, and the IATSIS coin over here. So we're missing a couple of coins from recent times, but the 2001 Centenary of Federation coins are tougher to find, although I have been finding them in my live streams, but not putting them into the books because I'm waiting for them to turn up in these Friday night hunts. So let's get into the rolls and see if we can find some of those Centenary of Federation coins to fill into the book. That is the standard 50-cent piece design. Well, we might tip the coin a little bit that way and see if we can come in a little bit closer. That's the standard 50-cent design, the coat of arms, and I'll be just flicking through them, looking for the commemorative coins, like this one, the Centenary of Federation coat of arms from 1912. That's a highly minted commemorative coin from the Centenary of Federation. So it's going to go up on the top. I'm going to call that the common commemorative scroll. And if we find anything worth keeping, we'll put it down on a row at the bottom and call that the keeper's row. Here we have the Commonwealth Games Brisbane, celebrating the Commonwealth Games in 1982 in Brisbane, Australia. It's also another very highly minted commemorative coin, one of the early ones. And we will continue on looking for those commemorative coins. Here we have the Celebrate What's Great, celebrating Australia Day in 2010, and that'll also go up on the top row. And as we go through the hunt, I'll also be looking out for years of low mintage and not intended for circulation coins. Here's a coin from 2010. We always check that one for a rotation error, but that one's fine, so it'll go back to the bank. Here we have the 1977 Silver Jubilee coin, the 25th anniversary of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Also highly minted. It's going to go up there on the top row, and we'll continue looking through the coins. There's another 2010, another shot at a rotation error, but that one's also fine, and another one as well. A few of those in the first roll. And there we go. We have our first roll done. I look out for the years 1985, 1993, 2019 with the IRB effigy, and 2020 with the Jody Clark effigy, because they are low minted coins, and there's a couple of spots in the book for those. There's another Celebrate What's Great 2010, and another 2010 shot at a rotation, but not to be. And I look out for errors as well. There is the marriage coin, the marriage of Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, and Lady Diana Spencer from 1981. Prince Charles now King Charles III, and is on the obverse of our most recent 50-cent pieces. Here from 1998 is the Bass and Flinders, George Bass and Matthew Flinders, the discovery of Bass Strait, 200 years of that, celebrating the discovery of Tasmania as an island. And here we have the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II, the Weary Dunlop coin from 1995, remembering our war ending. They served their country in World War II, and that's 1939 and 1945. Also highly minted, so it's going to go up on the top row. There's another Silver Jubilee coin. 1988 sees a tall ships, the Australian Bicentenary in 1988. On this coin, we look out for a variety or an error where there's a dot between the 8s in the 1988. This one is clear and clean, so that's not going to be the dot error, but it is not a bad coin. We do have that one already in the book. I'm going to put it up on the top there. It's in reasonable condition, and I would, in days gone by, I would keep that, but I do have enough of those now. I feel like I have enough for my wider collection. couple more Centenary of Federation coat of arms there. And that is our second roll. The other coins that I look out for when I look out through all the coat of arms at the end is the years 1986, 87, 1989, 1990, 1992, and 2005. Those coat of arms were issued into sets. They were minted, but they were not put into circulation. So I look out for the not intended for circulation coins there. You can see King Charles III there, the obverse effigy. Was that a 2019? It was. That's the 2019 IRB effigy. That's the low minted, or one of the low minted circulating years. So that's going to go down on the bottom row. That's going to be a keeper for my wider collection. As a 2014, and always look closely at the 2014 for a crop circle error that lands up in this oval flat space. That one's fine as well. And another Bass and Flinders from 1998. So we go through the coins looking for, another Tall Ships. It's got a bit of green on it. It does. So we'll check it for the dot, which it doesn't seem to have, and it's even got a bit of green on the top there. So that's definitely going to go back to the bank. We don't keep any coins with green on it. And there's another 2010, another shot at a rotation error, but no, that one's fine. And then a 2012, quickly checking that for the bubble error. And that's our third roll in, and we'll speed the hunt up now. We'll try and see if we can find some of those Centenary of Federation coins. I'll speed the hunt up. We'll only slow down if we find something that we haven't already seen today. I'll annotate it and lay it down. But let's see if we can speed the hunt up for a bit. And there we see the 2005 secondary school competition winner for a 50-cent piece design. 2005, the competition was to design a coin for the Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games. But that's also highly minted, so it's going to go up there next to the other Commonwealth Games themed coin. And there from 2005, we see the Remembrance coin, the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, in 2005. It's highly minted. On this coin, we look out for errors around the design on top of the helmet, down by the robe, on the bugler's elbow, on the crosses over here. This one seems to be fine though. So we'll put that up on the top row because it is a highly minted commemorative coin. Oh, and I see a Centenary of Federation coming up as a green Centenary of Federation there, but directly after it we see the Australian Capital Territory from 2001 in pretty reasonable condition as well. So that's one of the Centenary of Federation coins that we do need for the book. We've gone through that at the start of the hunt, so that's definitely a keeper for the book. So we're glad we're finding something, just getting a little bits and pieces, chipping away at filling in the book. And there, for the first time, we see the Millennium Year coin from the year 2000, celebrating the millennium. On this particular coin, we always check for a variety, which is the incused flag variety, where the cross in the centre of the Union flag on the Australian flag is incused into the coin design. This one seems to be fine, so it's going to go up on the top row because it's also highly minted. And there we see the very first 50-cent commemorative coin, the Captain Cook from 1970, 4 years after the start of decimal currency, realistically, in 1966. And the first one was highly minted, so it's going to go up on the top row there. And And there from 1994, we see the International Year of the Family. It's quite a dirty coin, this one, but on this one we look out for a variety called the wide date variety, where the 9 and the 4 on the 1994 are slightly bigger and slightly wider apart. And this one doesn't actually look like that variety. And because it is dirty, it's going to go up on the top row and back to the bank. And there, for the first time from 2003, we see Australia's Volunteers, celebrating Australia's volunteers of all shapes and sizes, also highly minted. It's going to go up there on the top row. And then we see the primary school student competition winner for a 50-cent piece design from 2004 with the native animals on it there. The wombat, the corella, and the koala. We'll find some room over here on the top row because it is also highly minted. And that brings us on to the last roll. Nearly went all through that without stopping. But we have no other coins of note amongst the coat of arms. So we have one coin for the book and one for the wider collection, the Centenary Federation and the 2019. So give me a few seconds and I'll go through all the coat of arms off to the side. I'll be back to let you know if there was anything else special. Well, unfortunately, nothing of any note amongst the coat of arms today, but what we did get today was 2019 IRB effigy of the coat of arms, a low minted circulating coat of arms, so that'll go in the wider collection. And then we did get a Centenary Federation that we can put into the book. We've got Australian Capital Territory Centenary Federation from 2001 coin. The actual coat of arms is the coat of arms of Canberra, and the Australian Capital Territory coin has the Canberra coat of arms on it. So we'll bring the book over and we'll see that we've got the Australian Capital Territory there. We can take the coin and put it into the book. So we are filling gaps in the book slowly. Still got Norfolk Island and a few others to go. So very happy to be finding some coins to go into the book, though. It'll make the filling and completion of the books much easier if we keep chipping away at the coins that we need for the book. But if you enjoy what I do, please think about subscribing. Leave a comment down below whether or not you're finding Centenario Federations still around at the moment. I've been finding a little bit in the last month or so, but it's been a while since I've found quite a number of them. But I will be back for more noodling in a couple of days, so I'll see you then. Bye.